Alright, so we're going to learn how to do the crooked fiddle ladder. Now this is just cage theory, but this is the way the fiddle turns out. So down here we have our A, G. These are like the open strings. Okay? So these are like the open strings where you would start down here, okay? 5, 2, 6, 3 is really, okay, because 3 is the third of C, 6 is the sixth of C, 2 is the second of C, and G is the fifth of C. Okay, so we can't hear those. They're no plays, but we start on G as the lowest note. Now, my fiddle, I'll remind you, is an octave lower. And I'm really glad about that because I was nervous about it being too high and too small an instrument for me. But if I get another instrument like a cello, you know, I think my wife's going to throw me out. Probably with the cello, you know, because it's big enough to put stuff in. But no, I'm just kidding. This is important, and I'm really glad that the YouTubes that I watched helped me learn how to tune the fiddle and how to play in bow. We're getting to bowing and all that as I learn it. But first, it's most important to realize that there's a structure on the fiddle, okay? And this is the structure. And everything in this structure here, so this is your fiddle board. All right, now let's look at where these notes. Here's the lowest note. All right, and then if we go an octave up there, from there, it'll be right up here, right? See, my notes aren't lined up perfectly, but they're really just rock and roll. So, you know, they're ballpark. At least I'll know what whereabouts things are, because getting into where exactly they are has to do with a whole lot of measurement and formulas and everything. And then fitting this, and I just wanted to get this thing on here so it looks good, and that's what it does. It just looks good. That's why I like it. Again, it's close enough, so the octave is, okay. Now, so that's the G there, and then up to the R will be up here somewhere. G to G to. That's like a whole step too high up there. Yeah, so this is just, and those tapes that you put on notes, okay, don't take them so seriously. They're definitely close enough. Notice the grid got me within one fingernail of the actual note. So, you know, when you're looking from here, are you really going to be that close? You're not going to have like up here with your protractor. You're looking from here, rather, coming up there. You know, so you're probably not even going to want to make it up there to that C. So, again, don't take note labels so seriously on the violin. My violin came with note labels. Here's what's left over from the two middle strings. Okay, and these things are pretty accurate. They're pretty accurate. You put this on there, you know, without even sticking it on. And let's see how accurate it is. If we could do that real quick. It's really awkward, so maybe we shouldn't worry about it. But I found it was fairly accurate. So let's drive forward now. everything in this, see, we're up to this R here. So we've got three shapes here. We've got the AG shape, the DC shape, and another AG shape. So we've got three shapes here, the AG, the ED, and the DC. And this is all, these shapes are all defined by the bottom string here. Okay, so that's pretty far up. Now we got the AC shape again, AG shape again, and it goes up to root. So it goes right up to here. It's about as high as you want it. You know, you're going to get any time, right? It's because you got to go like this. You can get up there, you know. So these notes are kind of just for show. Everything that's in this interval from 5 to root here up to 6 down to 3, everything in there is on this fiddle ladder map. Let me show you. Here's our 5, 6, 7 root, and then these will be the bottom 4 strings. You know, here we go again with this stuff, right? You all remember this, but we're not going to have to warp it over, hopefully. So we're just going to look at strings. So at that point in the first cage, it's in the first cage here, go into cursor mode. We can ignore this stuff. Okay? So we'll just do this. Now we're looking at the first cage right there. That is the first cage. Alright? So let's play that. We didn't even get... Oh yes, we got all the way through this. We did get through this. And notice we've got some long patterns here. A 6, 7, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 here. We've got a 4, 5, 6 there. We're going to work those in. So it's 5, 6, 7 root. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. 3, 3, 4. Okay, something like that. Now, for you folks who know how to play violin, this is cake for you. You just play the notes. You know these are the fingerings. You put the proper fingerings. These in violin, these are fingerings. So let's go out of cursor mode. Okay. So these are fingerings in violin. So this 5, 6, 7 root's like a fingering. 2, 3, 4, 5's a fingering. 6, 7 root, and they memorize these fingerings, kind of thing. But we're not going to do it that way. But it's helpful. Everything's helpful. So there's our AG. Now look at our ED. 7 root. It's an ED. So let's just start from ED right here. Hey, look at it. It's the next one up on the pattern stack. Isn't that convenient? And yes, there's a Lone Wolf 7. Oh boy. Okay, just like our G in our, you know, the key of G in the guitar, where we want to do, when we do a G pentatonic, it works fine. Oh, I did a C pentatonic there. That's what I get for showing off. But in the diatonic now, the G is going to be a big old S5L. So it's going to go like this. The G is going to, believe it or not, is going to start like this. So it's going to go. And then we go to the 7. Alright, I messed that up. Let's get that S5L on the screen. Okay, here's our S5L with the G on guitar now. I'm getting a little confused because I'm switching instruments and not practicing my patterns. I could do them by string shapes and go, yeah, G is going to go